Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back to another podcast. Today I am bringing to you an article I found that states that dads, fathers play a very key role in successful child development and breastfeeding completion. And I am so happy. I am super excited to bring you this article because, you know, we are in a society right now that just demonizes men, like has so much disdain towards men and the fathers of their children. And I'm so excited, because there's actual evidence now that fathers actually play a key role in successful child development. And um, that's just one of many things that, fathers are important for in the home. And I am just so excited that I have found this article, and I want to share with you some of the data that they found, and go a little bit in depth into why the fathers are needed, especially for something as important as breastfeeding your children, and keeping a level of mental health, that is not detrimental to the children, like the family or the mom herself. So, dads play a really key role in this, and so we need you guys. We need you guys more than you've ever known. And so, again, found this article, and I'm also going to share some personal details about my breastfeeding journey as well, um, because I've been breastfeeding for 2.5 years, and my husband is at the heart of all of that. I don't think I could have made it as far as I have without him. Um, and a lot of men actually do support their children being breastfed, despite what people might think. Fathers would prefer their children to be nursed instead of having to drink um, infant formula. And with my experience, I noticed that a lot of men actually support me nursing my son more than women do. When a man finds out that I'm still nursing, I get congratulations. Oh, congratulations. That's what's up. That's good. He's gonna benefit from that. Talking about my son, he's gonna benefit from that. That's good. And then with women, I get most of the time, um, excuses on why they didn't breastfeed or they didn't last as long as I have. And I get, they go into the stories of, um, what happened or if it hurt too bad. And, it's just an excuse. So I'm, again, super excited to bring you this story to show what I found, what researchers have found on how important it is for fathers to be involved in not only the breastfeeding journey, but child development itself. So let's break this down. So this article today comes from ScienceDaily.com, and it was released on June 16th of this year. So it says dads are key in supporting breastfeeding and safe infant sleep, including fathers in strategies to improve infant health could help narrow disparities. And this is from Northwestern University. The summary of this entire article is fathers can make a huge difference in whether an infant is breastfed and placed to sleep safely. According to a recent survey of new fathers, fathers can make a huge difference in whether an infant is breastfed and placed to sleep safely. The study included 250 fathers who were surveyed 2 to 6 months after the birth of their infant. The survey findings are among the first to describe father reported attitudes towards and experiences with breastfeeding and infant sleep practices in a safe representative example. Oh, I'm sorry, sample. They will be published June 16th in the journal Pediatrics. Among fathers who wanted their infant mother to breastfeed, 95% reported breastfeeding initiation and 78 reported breastfeeding at 8 weeks. This is significantly higher than the rates reported by fathers who had no opinion or did not want their infant's mother to breastfeed. 69% of these fathers reported breastfeeding initiation, and 33 reported breastfeeding at 8 weeks. The scientists also found that 99% of fathers reported placing their infant to sleep, but only 16 implemented all three American Academy of Pediatrics recommended infant sleep practices, such as using the back sleeping position and approved sleep surfaces and avoiding soft bedding. Almost a third of fathers surveyed were missing at least one key component to safe sleeping education. Quote, our findings underscore that new fathers are a critical audience to promote breastfeeding and safe infant sleep, um, said led study author Dr. John James Parker. Many families do not gain the health benefits from breastfeeding because they are not provided the support to breastfeed successfully. Fathers need to be directly engaged in breastfeeding discussions, and providers need to describe the important role fathers play in breastfeeding success. Okay. And again, I have to say that that is 100% true. No matter what I wanted to do, and there were several times that I said I didn't want to breastfeed anymore. I'm done. It's over. Because this was something new. This was something that I have never experienced. I have to bond with this baby, and this baby has to bond with me. We don't know each other. And so it was very difficult through times, trying to figure things out. And if I did not have the support of my husband, I don't think I would have made it this far. No matter what I wanted to do, he was always there. If I wanted to quit, he would, push me to continue. And he congratulated me, when I felt like I completed a milestone, or, just falling into the routine altogether. Like, I don't think I would have made it this far without him. And, it's really important. Fathers will champion you. If they support you, they want to see their children thrive and survive too. And so they will champion you to keep going. Your husband sees everything. The father see everything. They see, when you upset or when you happy, or they see all of that. They are right there with you through the entire journey. So having that support there in order to, complete all the milestones, complete, nursing your babies for 2 years, or however long you feel the need to go on your breastfeeding journey, and the child development. The fathers don't get to play a key role in everything that the child has going on because they prefer the moms. But as long as they know that their father is there, that's all they need. And we have the responsibility, we have the obligation to give our children that. So I'm so glad, that I found this article to show how important the role the father plays, whether we see, whether we see it's convenient or not. With the fathers being there, it's all about the children's happiness. So with the fathers being there, it does a lot. It relieves a lot, especially the stress, and allows us the opportunity to take care of ourselves mentally. Imagine trying to breastfeed on your own. And there are some women out there who do it, but I'm pretty sure it's really, really stressful. And in order to be successful at breastfeeding, and I can attest to this myself. In order to be successful at breastfeeding, you have to limit the stress, the amount of stress you that occurs on a daily basis. You have to limit your stress, and I will champion for staying at home during that time. Um, but I'll get into that later. Let's keep reading. Racial disparities in rates of SIDS in the U.S. Black fathers were less likely to use the back sleep position and more likely to use soft bedding than white fathers. More than 3,000 infants die in sleep related deaths per year in the U.S. nationally. The rate of SIDS of black infants is more than twice than that of white infants, and unsafe sleep practices may contribute to this disparity, the study author said. Fathers need to receive counseling on all the safe sleep practices for the infant, Parker said. To reduce racial disparities and SIDS, we need tailored strategies to increase safe infant sleep practices in the Black community, including public campaigns to increase awareness and home visiting programs. These interventions must involve both parents to be most effective. So again, we're pushing for both parents being in the home in order for successful child development. So as you can see, when the babies are sleeping next to their fathers or their fathers put them to sleep, they are less likely to their sleep practices to turn fatal. They are they are successful at sleeping peacefully, undisturbed. They don't have to worry about anything. So that's also a great thing to have both parents in the home and have the fathers put the children to sleep more because they sleep safely. I can tell you that when my son sleep next to his father or we're doing anything and he sees his father, he feels safe. He feels protected, and that's really important. So keeping the fathers in the homes is really something that we need to think about. New survey highlights unique needs of new fathers, recognizing that new dads play an important role in the health and well-being of children and families. Senior author Dr. Craig Garfield, professor of pediatrics and medical social sciences at Finberg, and a Lori Children pediatrician. Okay, that was a lot. The tool was modeled after PRAMS, which is a pregnancy risk assessment monitor system for dads, an annual surveillance tool the CDC and public health departments use for mother. Okay, okay, let's find something else. Okay. As pediatricians, we focus on how to ensure the best health outcomes for children, with successful breastfeeding and safe sleep practices being two key behaviors that impact children's health, said Garfield. Our study, our study highlights the fact that fathers play a huge. Our studies highlight that fact that okay. I'm so sorry, y'all. I am so sorry. Let me slow down and read this. Our study highlights the fact that fathers play a big role in both these behaviors, but There is more to be done to support fathers. For example, Garfield said they found that fathers with college degrees were more likely to report that their baby breastfed, and they were more likely to receive guidance on infant sleep safety. To improve child health outcomes, we need to make sure breastfeeding and safe sleep guidance reach all new parents equitably, Garfield said. And that is the end of the article. So, what do you think? I think this is big. I think this is big. And so, a lot of us question why most women who choose to breastfeed are not successful. And we often say that it's because we don't have a support system, but we never narrow down what type of support system we need in order to be successful. And the article states that dads, fathers, is the support system we need to be most successful. So just think about that, you know, think about that. That person is in the household with you the entire time. So again, they've seen everything. They know all you've gone through. They hear you venting. They hear the complaints. They hear the successes. They hear everything. They hear everything. So we need to be grateful for the fathers that are still in the home. We need to be grateful for the men we surround ourselves with that will push us to be the greatest people we can be so that we can be the greatest people for our children. So we need to be grateful for them encouraging us to do something as sacrificial as breastfeeding. It starts with them. It starts with them. It doesn't start with us. It doesn't start when the baby comes. It starts with them. And we need to be thankful for that. We need to be grateful for that. And this is something that you really need to consider when you say that you want to breastfeed. And I will tell you from experience that staying at home, not really having to worry about whether or not my bills are paid or when I'm gonna have to go back to work, or I can just take the time to bond with my children, and that's what you need. So let me know what you think in the comments. Do you feel that children need their fathers? You need the father in the home in order to successfully breastfeed. Let me know what you think about this article saying that both parents are needed in order to successfully develop the child and make sure that they're safe. Let me know what you think about fathers with college degrees more accepting of or reporting that their children are breastfed more. What do you think? Let me know. So, thank you again for joining me on this podcast. I thank you. I appreciate you. I honor you. I respect you. And thank you again. Like, share, and subscribe, please, so that we can be put into the algorithm. I would like to reach more women who want to breastfeed, more women who are considering breastfeeding, and inform the women who don't know about breastfeeding so that they can make a sound decision um, if they choose to breastfeed. So thank you, please. Um, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you.